Welcome to Darwin Football Stadium at Larrakia Park for tonight's Women's Premier League game between Hellenic and Casuarina. Hellenic are running from right to left in the blue strip. Casuarina running from left to right in the black and white strip. And I'm joined with John Tamboris for this one, who's going to be the expert analyst.
Good evening, Alex. How are you?
Living the dream, mate.
Again, this looks like going to be a very, very good game, this one here. Obviously, first v second. The champions versus the runners-up. But, again, going into finals, which obviously this is the last of the round. This is round 18. Last round of the inaugural season. How do you see both teams lining up tonight, Alex?
That's right. Both teams will be still hungry for the points. Obviously, Casuarina will be trying to do over the champions here in a bit of an upset. But both teams will be hoping for the win to go into the final series in a good form. Obviously, iron out any mistakes or try and put some last-minute tweaks into the squad before running into them.
Actually witnessed Litchfield Hellenic last week, which was a very, very tough game. A few tackles flying early, Alex. Obviously, that set the tone straight away for a very, very interesting game.
That's right. Both teams setting in their early intentions here. Obviously, going out and don't want to be pushed around. They're both going to go for this 3 points here. Again, both teams just trying to find a rhythm. Ball spending most of the time in the air at the moment. Beautiful ball over the top there.
And Casuarina lined up with a 3-5-2 formation, which they normally play. And Hellenic going with the traditionally 4-3-3 up front. Obviously, they've had Gemma Martin up front this year, who's scored quite a few goals. Player that's missing tonight, Anita Price. We know how important she is to this Hellenic team, especially on that left flank. Rihanna Might comes in and takes her position.
Beautiful ball in the box there. Again, seems rush play quite early on by both teams here, just failing to string some passes together. Poor clearance there and attempted shot that will go wide.
Yeah, an interesting move again, just watching the way Casuarina have set up, Alex, tonight. You've got the likes of number 8, Rachel Hoffman, playing in that right back position tonight. She's been used in an attacking form. So interesting move tonight by Ricky Fulton, the Casuarina coach, and deploying her on the right. Do you think that's a strategy? Obviously, seeing Rihanna Myatt line up on the left-hand side for Hellenic, maybe it's again, we know that in terms of pace, Hoffman's very, very quick and physical. So we've already seen a tackle flying with both of them. So do you reckon that's a tactical move there by Ricky?
Absolutely, Ricky's been all over that all season. I don't think it's just, not just this game or a handful of games. I think it's all season. He's utilised his squad in all different positions, and I don't think any player can label themselves in a set position, game in and game out. Might be playing right wing one week, playing centre back the next, and playing number 6 the week after that. He's quite lucky there. He's got a versatile and dynamic team. Martin
on the edge of the box now, tries to turn. Makes a bit of space for herself. Myatt just didn't get connection there, but Krillos now plays it to Daphne Chilakis. Krillos again. Again, Gemma Martin in tight areas. The way she makes space, Alex. I mean, I know she's been a part of that. She was a part of that women's NT Desert Rose select team during NAIDOC week. What was she like to work with, Alex?
Fantastic, mate. She's a player that doesn't rest on her laurels, always wants to learn and get better week in, week out. Even if she had a superb game, she's still coming over to you and asking, oh, what can I do better? What can I have done differently? What if I tried this? What if I tried that? So she's always eager to learn, and when you got a play like that, she's amazing now, but the potential to become even better is there.
We know she can finish. I mean, she's top goal scorer by a mile at the moment, so she's in fine scoring form.
She reads the game so well as well, and that's what she times her runs to. She's constantly checking her shoulder, looking for the gaps in the space, and she just executes it 90% of the time perfectly.
So goal kick to the Rowdies. Yeah, and we spoke about it before, Alex, how important today's game is. Obviously we've got finals coming up next week. Going into finals with a win under your belt, confidence is high. And no doubt both coaches, Matt Hadjic and Ricky, will be asking that. Obviously they're going to try and get 3 points today, and obviously we know how important it really, really is for next week.
That's right. You want the best preparation possible before finals, because as we know, anything can happen in finals. But both teams will want a bit of confidence behind them. I think Casuarina just not finding a rhythm in this opening 6 minutes here. I think both teams trying to play fast football, but failing to find feet and connect and string together some passes. Again, it'll be interesting to see, John, in this game, is that both of these two teams they're high possession teams. They both like to hold on to the ball, and obviously tonight having 50% possession is going to be different to their normal 60-70%, and it'll be interesting to see how either team adapts to that.
Again, both like to play. That's right, Alex. They both like to play. They're pretty well structured, and especially when they get into forward areas. And again, you look at the firepower that when we talk about Hellenic, you look at Jasmine forward on the right hand side. You got Gemma Martin up at top. You got Ellie McCrillos just in behind, and you've got Rihanna Meyer on the left hand side. So that's a formidable front three or front four, if you want to call it, with Ellie coming back into the team. And then obviously you've got a defence, where the Rowdies, a resilient defence made up of some really, really good players. So it'll be very, very interesting how that pans out. A really good defence against one of the best forward lines in the league.
That's right. Let's just see how they adapt to Hellenic's scoring power. Again, that's something Hellenic had done quite early on here, is sort of marked Alex Fulton out the game. And anytime she gets on the ball, they're closing down in 2s and 3s and just not giving her the time and space that we know that she likes to be able to operate and run with the ball. When she's got the ball at her feet, she's dangerous. She can set a lot of things up for the Rowdies, but Hellenic early on not allowing that to happen.
Yeah. And again, we look at key players for the Rowdies. You've got obviously Fulton in the middle of the park. You've got Pritchard Davies as well in the middle of the park. Technically very, very good players. So again, if on their night, they're as good as anyone. So again, they'll obviously they're going to have a busy night in the middle with Ellie McCrillos, their opposite number, and good break here for the Rowdies.
Now.
Again, a bit of pace there from Jade Roberts. Again, she burst out first 5 yards, quick off the mark there. Just couldn't direct that shot. Here we go in transition now with Hellenic trying to push forward. Good interception there by Lisa Beakley.
Yeah, might put enough pressure on to force it to play out.
Again, everyone just stopped in, and there's a saying, Alex. Play until you hear the whistle.
That's exactly right, and that's something you've got to be careful of. Especially in this fixture with both these two teams, they're both first and second in the league for a reason of scoring goals and getting points. You can't really switch off.
Pritchard Davies now. Fulton on the ball. Runs into a bit of trouble with Myatt. Myatt looks to switch to Makrilos. Makrilos in the middle of the pitch. Looks to turn. Gives it away. Pritchard Davies now. Keeper's come off a line. Didn't collect. Myatt tries to play a forward pass, but intercepted there by number 17, Jesse Newcomb.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lapse there in the Hellenic defence. Obviously, the centre-back was leaving it for the keeper. Didn't realise the explosive pace that Casuarina had there with the entire front three, just closed it down. Good opportunity there, but I think just did enough just to clear it. Again, we're 11 minutes in now, John. You think the game's found its rhythm? Or
No, again, both teams haven't settled yet. Just looking at both teams, it's been a bit of hit and miss at the moment. I think it's been a battle in the middle of the park, especially. Obviously, we spoke about the quality of players that are in the middle of the park, but yeah, at the moment, I think not. Both teams haven't found their feet, haven't found their passing range, and it's a bit scrappy at the moment, Alex.
That's what I see. I think what's going to open up this game is the movement of the players that aren't on the ball, and I think that's going to start unlocking things now.
But we talk about even being a player, Alex. Last game of the normal season, finals just around the corner. What do you think's going through the minds of most of these players now, especially in terms of playing tonight's game? What do you think? Obviously, Hellenic, we know they're premiers. They'll be in the finals. Both teams will be in the finals. Obviously, Casuarina will be in the finals as well. But what do you think the mindset of the players are?
I think it can be a mixed bag, can't it? Because some players can go, yeah, premiers, that's it, it's sealed. We can sort of switch off a little bit. Where on the opposite side with the Rowdies, it could be, hey, we've secured second. We can't win the premiership now. Let's just get through this game and get into finals.
Yep.
And then obviously you got the set there where the good players will be there like, hey, it's another game of football. I want to go in with some form and go into finals on fire.
Because 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, Alex, if we talk about, important games, you've got to be careful with injuries as well, in terms of game time. And again, we want your players to be playing, but I remember, when we had final series, especially when I was playing, coaches used to rest players on purpose because they knew there was an important game the following week. But the bad thing about that is that, you get a loss. What happens to the confidence of the team, So
that's right. And I think both coaches, by looking at the lineups that they've both started with, they're playing their key players. There's a lot of key players there in the starting lineup. So obviously both coaches want to go for it, and again, it's that fine balance as well. If one team does happen to take a lead and a dominating lead of 2-0 or something like that, then I'd start to see key players come off.
Martin now in an advanced position in the box.
Again, looking
Hoffman
for the support.
Close by. Myatt supports. Cuts inside.
Again, a lack of support and options there from Hellenic. It seemed midfield came up very late.
Aragon now. A lot of space on the left-hand side. She's normally good in these positions now. Yeah, again, angle maybe just a bit too much for her there. And
Hellenic defence got back quick and rapid and fast and had the overload. It was, okay, yeah, Rowdies were coming up with a third, but it was a 4-on-2 situation.
Hoffman calm there, the back line. Forward pass, Myatt now. Again, the vision there. Number 15 for the Rowdies, Anion Smith. Just a turn in the middle of the park and just spray a 40-yard pass, left peg.
Yeah, she's been a massive player for the Rowdies this season. And I remember doing a game a few weeks back where she smashed a hat trick in about 10 minutes, and I don't think she was closer than 35 yards to the goal for all 3 goals. So she's definitely got firepower, and she is dangerous.
Yeah, she does have that 40-yard, 40, 50-yard ping on her to switch games, and you give her space in the middle of the park, she'll hurt you.
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think the Rowdies are playing quite a wide front three. I think they're playing quite narrow at the moment. So, I know she does like to utilise the corners and the space. So it'd be interesting to see how that pans out for them.
Jasmine Fawn on the right-hand side, looks to come inside. Intercepted by Pritchard Davies there.
Yeah, neither team dominating early in this opening 16 minutes. And again, I still don't think either team sort of settled. I think they're both happy to just play like they're playing at the moment. Maybe it was a few late nights for a few players last night watching the grand finals.
And again, I know you were here last night, Alex. I was here myself. Again, great atmosphere in terms of the juniors, and want to congratulate all the winning teams and obviously the teams that runner up. Obviously, there was a couple of games decided on penalties.
That's right.
Which was exciting for the parents and for the players as well. Obviously, not so excited for the team that lost. But again, in terms of atmosphere, football was a winner last night, surely.
Absolutely, it's incredible. The whole grandstand was rocking, and around the rest of the pitch side was pumping as well. So it's great to see.
Fulton looks to come inside, plays a square ball to Pritchard Davies, hits her own player there. This is where Hellenic's dangerous, Alex, on that transition. You got Myatt now. Fordham on the right-hand side.
This is where forward's dangerous.
Ball inside. Hoffman will clear. Can Fulton keep it in? No, she can't on this grandstand side.
Might had herself in a good position there in the box. She just misjudged forward's ball in. Went front post when forward's going in the back.
Martin now looks to switch play. We talk about Pritchard Davies as well, how good she is going forward, but we sometimes forget, Alex, how good she is in a defensive role as well.
That's right, absolutely versatile player.
Great ball again from Anion Smith, just with that left peg. Sprays it onto left-hand side, and now you got Aragon on the left-hand side. Plays it inside. That's where you need Fulton maybe just to gamble a little bit, and I think you're just caught on their heels there, just more reactive than proactive, I guess.
That's right. There was 3 Rowdies players there, just sort of jogging into the box where really you want them making screaming runs in there, and there was not much involved there at all.
And there's a great example there. I mean, you've got number 8, Rachel Hoffman, breaking the lines. A good ball in there again. Breaking the lines, trying to get forward, and then getting a good cross in, but just no one in there, Alex, in terms of...
Yeah, that's right.
Black and white shirts.
Yeah, like I said earlier, John, I think it's just a lack of options from both teams. And this is where it comes down to the work you do off the ball. ...20 minutes in, still a bit scrappy.
terms of the way they're playing.
Yeah, Rowdy's starting to get closer to the final third. Nothing too dangerous for Hellenic to deal with.
There's Martin on the far side. Looks to get down the line. Tries to cross. Myatt with a shot there. Just couldn't get behind it there. But better signs from Hellenic on that right-hand side, Alex.
That's right, and that just shows you the calibre that they've got in their front third there, where Gemma Martin drifted out wide on the right-hand side, and forward automatically drifts in and covers her position. But I think they're overdoing it in the box. Forward trying to make a break here again.
Gemma trying to use her pace. Still got the ball, Gemma Martin.
And that's what she does well. She just nips at your heels, and she's one of them nines that just gets under your armpit and gets around you, and you sort of walk away wondering how she got the ball off you.
See, obviously Hellenic now starting to string more passes together. You can see the confidence has grown a little bit. Forward looks to come inside. Still looking forward. Still a great run from her. Great interception there. Still Hellenic. Oh.
Great opportunity there for Hellenic, and they failed to convert.
Again, Hoffman last ditch defending. Good ball from Hoffman there. Intercepted though by Hellenic. Martin now on the ball. Looks to come inside. Tries to go down the line. Rowdy's ball on this grandstand side.
I think Casuarina needs to start looking a little bit more dangerous on that transition counter attack.
Myatt now.
Keeper will collect that one. And what's interesting here, John, is especially when the goalkeeper's got the ball at both ends, both sets of defenders aren't coming to play the short option. So neither team are really wanting to play out the back and hold possession.
Pineros looks to play that ball forward to Makrilos. Tries a little flick on there. Intercepted by the Rowdies.
It's been a pretty quiet opening 23 minutes, to be honest, isn't it, John? Is obviously the scoreline's still 0-0, but nothing really.
Yeah. Again, just looking at the players' body language tonight, it seems like I don't know, they may be a little bit reserved tonight in terms of the way they go about things. I mean, we saw a couple of tackles fly in first. Good ball there and now we've got Nicolita will come off a line and clears. Well done by Nicolita Cordas there. She's had a good season, the Hellenic goalkeeper.
That's right. Came off a line early there. Was confident.
Pinero's first to the ball here. Should have time to turn.
But this is where we're talking now, John, is the lack of dropping options to hold the ball.
Fulton now. A bit similar to last night, Alex. You know, teams struggle to get 3 or 4 passes together. It's starting to, Here we go. Good little interplay there with Martin and Makrilos. But again, the Rowdies they just get numbers behind the ball, don't they, Alex?
That's right. Fulton on the
transition.
run now.
Good opportunity in here.
Beautiful ball from Fulton.
Great
there.
ball.
Early opportunity. More
Jade
promising
Roberts.
signs.
Yeah, Jade
More
Roberts has looked lively up
signs.
front.
Beautiful ball from Fulton
Great
there.
ball. Making some good runs. Just I think the finish just let it down on a couple of occasions. Obviously that one there and one before on the left-hand side there.
I do find, John, that the Friday night fixtures, obviously a lot of the players will be working all day and then coming down. Can be a bit of a tough ask sometimes, but that can be a factor as well, being a Friday night. If this fixture was on a Saturday night, it could be a little bit different. But again, busy week, end of the week, straight into a game, and it's arguably you're playing should be a high intensity game. It's first versus second, so.
And there's obviously a lot of factors when we talk about obviously players working during the day. Look, let's be honest, that the weather has changed a little bit as well. It's getting a lot. That dry season starts to fade out and it's starting to get humid, and those storms are starting to roll in the afternoon. And
that's right.
Very high in terms of humidity during the day. So
you can see what Jamie was trying to do there. A little flick on.
But Jesse again just reads it so well. Jesse Newcomb in that back line comes with loads of experience. There she is there now, marshalling her front two in the midfield. Forward looks like she have copped one now. Looked pretty accidental. Both players had eyes on the ball there.
Obviously, anything to do with the head, then the referee will stop the game.
Again, that was a good call from Timmy Lay, who's one of our experienced referees.
And plenty of games under his belt as a referee up here.
I know it's still early days, Alex, but again, I watched the Litchfield Hellenic last week.
Yep.
And that game finished 0-0. So, I know we're 0-0 and we still got quite a bit to go, but again, if this game finishes 0-0, Hellenic do not score again last 2 or 3 games before the finals, the team's not scoring.
That's right.
Is that warning signs?
It can be. I wouldn't say warning signs, but it'll definitely get in the head of the front three for that in particular team. It's and
good tackle there by Makrilos.
I think Litchfield at the beginning of the season went 4 or 5 games without scoring a goal, and it was the captain that scored.
Aaron Davis.
Aaron Davis scored in a 5-2 loss to Hellenic, and that was the first goal they got. And after that, as soon as they found the back of the net, it was raining goals for them.
Yep.
So it's just breaking that mentality down and not being able to score. Putting one in the net can just turn your whole confidence around.
And look, and credit to Greg and his coaching staff out there at Litchfield. They've I think the last 4 or 5 games, I think they've played 5, or played 6, and they've won 5 and drawn 1.
That's right.
So they're one of the teams that's confident. He goes forward in the middle of the box.
Ball. Penalty.
Yeah, penalty there. She's good in those 1v1 situations. So they're coming inside on her favourite left foot, and no doubt penalty.
Yeah, defenders come across the body, and it was similar to a penalty given last night as well. It's dangerous players like that win those sort of penalties. They're happy to get a body check.
And when we speak about Jasmine Ford, she's one of those players that's very dynamic. Crawley slots it in.
Try it well placed in the bottom corner.
Yeah, she's very, very dynamic, Alex. Again, watched her last week. she's probably one or two of the wingers that varies it. Not always goes down the line, not always comes inside. She either goes. She's one of those players that can go either down the line and get crosses in, or looks to come inside and have a shot with her left foot. And as a winger and as a defender, when you've got players like that and you're marking players like that, they're very, very difficult to control. So
you're right. And I watched her in the beginning of the season, and she was playing. She had a couple of roles there, right back there, and she's playing a right wing back role with plenty of overlaps, and she was incredible. So 30 minutes in, Hellenic just went up with a penalty, 1-0 over Casuarina.
Paneris now does well. And Chalaka's there just helping her out.
Rowdies are just pulling on the pressure now. They've just flicked a switch since conceding that penalty.
Yeah, again, the coach would want to see a reaction, Alex. I mean,
could that be the goal that opens this game wide open?
Good turn in the middle of the park.
Opportunity here.
Again, Onion Smith just to create a little bit of space there. Great turn just on the edge of the box there.
Yeah, so pushing the back. The referee called that one for. Great opportunity here to pull one back. Again, needless foul there.
Yeah, look, she did get caught up, but again, you could just see I thought the ball had gotten away from her, so she sort of just snapped at it, and obviously a bit too far in terms. So, yeah, pretty needless, I think, from Hellenic. I think no one had to dive in there, but again, good position now for the Rowdies, where Fulton over the ball, so is Onion Smith.
Could we see a training ground piece here? Waiting on the referee's whistle here. On target, low. No trouble for the keeper there, is it? Again, a mistake from the keeper there. Ball dropped out of hand. That ball's coming down with snow on it there, John.
Yeah, again, it gets a bit difficult in terms of once that wet season starts, the ball gets a bit dewy on the pitch as well. Paneris now intercepts Fulton. Fulton now. Fulton still Fulton. Squares it. Good turn there.
Okay, so still on the ball now. Here.
And again,
beautiful.
Great save by Nicoletta Hudas there. Positive signs from the Rowdies. Unlucky not to go 1-1 there.
That's right. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities in the past 2 minutes since Hellenic took the lead.
Good ball again. They were in that transition. This is where Hellenic's dangerous. Forward comes inside. Still going forward. Rise the challenge. Martin now. Gets the post.
Cleans it up.
And just like that, Alex, 2-0 to Hellenic. And we spoke about that front three on that transition.
That's right.
How good was that?
Totally contrast to Casuarina when they're breaking the Hellenic, coming in at pace there. And again, as we mentioned earlier, just watching the positional changes within the front three. One of them comes out wide, the other one will tuck in, and accepting each other's responsibilities. And obviously it's just led to a goal there. And
again, it started with forward, making that big burst, obviously, from her defensive third. Obviously played Martin in, Chance now for the Rowdies. Kilmartin drops. Again, good ball across, but just, we spoke about it before, Alex, just the Rowdies just don't get bodies in the box when they have to.
That's right. And because of that, they're just trying to shoot from acute angles, which is obviously extremely difficult, not impossible, it's pretty difficult, rather than, they don't even, at the moment, they're not even looking in the centre to cut it back in, because they know no one's going to be there.
Goal kick. Straight to Aragon.
Again, Fulton's been marked out this game quite a bit. Just not really had much to do in this opening 35 minutes.
Might have an injury. No, she's all right. Tough customer, Joanna McCrillos. Looks like Ellie McCrillos has gone out into this left-hand side. Rihanna Moritz gone into the middle.
Oh, we're back underway.
McCrillos now. Aragon putting pressure on. Pritchard Davies plays Aragon. Great ball there. It's the execution that's letting him down, I think, Alex, tonight in terms of look, they're getting in some great areas, the Rowdies. It's just that final ball in, or that, play is getting to the end of things, just is what's costing him in that, especially in that front third.
That's right. They don't, as I said earlier, they don't really look particularly dangerous on the counter, on that transition, where vice versa, Hellenic on that transition look like they're going to cause trouble.
Away from Kilmartin, Myatt now, just out red defensive third to the inform Jasmine Ford. And again, we see these kind of incidents in the game as well. We see these kind of incidents in the game. You're 2-0 up, Alex, right? You've scored 2 good goals. Jasmine, you're better than that. Walk away. That's what we talk about.
That's it.
There's just no time for it. Obviously, you get sent off now, and you're out of the semi-final.
And it has happened this season. It's been multiple games and multiple teams where them sort of things have happened, and players get sent off or needless bookings. And
again, Jasmine, she's having a great night, and Matt Hadjick's off his bench, obviously barking his instructions just to calm things down. Fulton now, just on the edge of the box to Pritchard Davies. Pritchard Davies across. Strike. It's saved by Nicoletta Hudas again.
That's it. Casuarina is slowly getting these shots on target, forcing the keeper to do something. That's encouraging signs here.
For him again. Fulton in the middle of the park now. Good hold-up play there. Pritchard David looks to spur it. Anion Smith now. Fulton now and Paneris. Foot race to the ball. Fulton wins it. Hoffman makes that overlapping run. Fulton looks to come inside.
just too much.
Hoffman now. Crunching tackle by Fulton there. And there's still a bit of
I think there's more frustration in that tackle than anything.
Here we go again. Hoffman plays that ball again. Deliveries, what's let them down again tonight? Story of their night so far.
I can see Casuarina getting a goal at some point. It's just, I think it's just got to click in that final third for him. It's just not clicking at the moment. Be interesting to see what's said at half time by the coach, Ricky, and see if he makes a couple of changes. Or obviously we're looking at Alex Fulton now. She's pushing a bit further forward.
There's forward bursting now on the right hand side. There she goes again.
Huge gap in the middle now.
Forward again.
Looking.
She's been in great form tonight. Looks a squirt from Martin.
One too many touches there. Just.
But in terms of what's happened, everything's on Hellenic's side. Everything that's happened for Hellenic has come from their right hand side. You know, in terms of Fulton. Jasmine Ford. Forward breaking. So, wouldn't be surprised if Ricky looks to his bench or looks to rearrange a couple of things there, because it's a bit of a problem on that right hand side for him at the moment.
That's right, and it's most of it's coming from the right hand side on the counter on that transitional period. Not, Hellenic tonight aren't really moving the ball that well when they have possession. Well, neither team are, to be honest, but opportunity
now,
here.
Kilmartin. Foot race on. Kilmartin wins that one. Fulton and Rihanna Myatt now. Myatt on her defensive third. Looks to play it forward. Intercepted there by Jessie Newcomb. Looks to play the ball forward. And that'll be easy for the goalkeeper. She'll slow things down here. Important they don't concede and go into that half-time break 2-0 up. Nothing stupid.
That's right. At which point does Hellenic turn their attention to, obviously 2-0 up, but just holding that 2-0 and maybe just focusing now on keeping a clean sheet?
And they haven't played that. And in terms of the Rowdies, they haven't played too bad, Alex. I just think that final third, that in terms of the final ball in and getting bodies into the box.
Yep. I totally agree. And just a little bit more urgency in moving the ball. It seems there's a couple of players that just hold on to it. Again, a bit of frustration there coming out from Fulton. She's not had the best first half.
Kilmartin looks to play that ball forward. Myatt there, keeper will come.
Confidence there from the keepers. It's good.
Sean Edwards plays that ball forward. Kilmartin now. Good ball forward, great ball forward. Looks to play Chalakis. Just wasn't on the same wavelength as Myatt, but Makulos makes that run. Makulos gets there and forces
the throw. And that's the difference in sides. A couple of players are willing to put it all on there.
Again, good free kick here for Hellenic. This is Rihanna Myatt territory, so I'll be surprised if she has a shot just before the end of the half.
Be interesting to see how the keeper organises the wall here. Interesting position from Fulton there.
Unlucky there in terms that was straight out of the training park there.
That
and
was.
Unlucky not to go 3-0 up.
Almost an own goal as well. But that brings the first half to a close. Hellenic 2-0 up over Casuarina. Thoughts on the first half there, John?
Look, in terms of, we spoke about it before, Alex. Obviously, it was a bit scrappy until the 25th minute mark.
Yep.
And then we started to see a few more passes get stringed together and so forth. In terms, both teams, look, Hellenic have just taken their chances. We spoke about their front three, you know, how good their front three is and so forth. Jasmine Ford on that right-hand side has created a lot of problems for Casuarina, and you know, she scored both of their goals. On the flip side of that, Casuarina haven't really played that bad. Again, we spoke about it before in terms of, you know, the balls coming in. The execution has let them down tonight, that final ball in, and plays, you know, showing that, you know, trying to get into areas to try and get there. So I don't think this game's over. I think if Casuarina come out second half and get one, we've got a game on our hands. Yep. But again, if that ball had gone in, it would have been game over, Red Rover for Casuarina. So again, 2-0. You know, 2-0 is not a, you know, that score. It's the worst scoreline to have going into
most
a break.
dangerous scoreline.
Exactly right.
So let's see what both gaffers come out with at halftime. Stick around for the second half. Welcome back to the second half of this Women's Premier League match here. We've got Hellenic 2-0 up against Casuarina. Hellenic will be starting this half going from left to right, and Casuarina going from right to left in the black and white strip. So Hellenic making that half-time substitution. I've got John Tamboris is still with me as the expert analyst in this game.
Yeah, substitution. Mosca Papadakis coming on for, at this point, it looks like...
Still sorting the substitution out here as she gets on the field.
Lembo Phobe has... Who's come on? Number 16 has come off.
The referee gets us underway here. Be interesting to see how Casuarina come out in this second half.
So forward will line up on the right-hand side again with Martin and Papadakis on the left-hand side. Might sit behind the... will play a 10.
Yeah, Maya was talking a lot to the bench in the first half about the midfield coverage, that she wasn't quite happy with how it was going. She was just naturally sitting deeper because of that, and obviously second half spoke to the gaffer and they both agreed.
Forward again,
forward.
Looking to get forward. She's so dangerous in those 1v1 situations, and
that's right, she's got pace.
Aragon now tries to hold it up, comes inside. Ball read by Paneras now. Paneras plays the ball forward to Makrilos. Pritchard Davies and Myatt battle out in the middle. Forward pass there from Anion Smith. Makrilos now concedes a throw, and
good early pressure from Casuarina here.
again, Ricky would want to see a reaction from his players. I think obviously 2-0 down. Unlucky, not unlucky. They should have been 3-0 down in terms of that last set piece that Hellenic had. But we spoke about that 2-0 scoreline. It's always it's a hard scoreline to go into the break. You're never safe with 2-0. So if Casuarina get one back in the second half, we'll have a game on our hands, that's for sure.
That's right. It'll be interesting to see how Hellenic play this out. Obviously, going into the finals, you've got key players. Do you keep them on? Risk injury? Do you bring them off? Give them a rest? Beautiful touch there off the chest.
Ball forward now. Pritchard Davies in a good space. Just again, her execution let her down.
This is where Hellenic are dangerous on this break.
Plays a forward pass to Papadakis. She's a bit of a speedster as well. On the left-hand side, looks to come inside. Looks to play a ball across. Intercepted there by the Rowdies, and now Pritchard Davies in the middle of the park. Chalakis intercepts. Hoffman plays it to Fulton. Chalakis. Pritchard Davies down the middle of the park. Ball forward there from Anion Smith. Joanna McCross looks to tidy up. Aragon goes in. Ball forward. Pritchard Davies now. Fulton now.
Referee will just check on the situation here.
So just after that challenge, Joanna McCullough has taken a bit of a... Just trying to get her breath back. It was a crunching tackle from the youngster Aragon on this grandstand touchline. Seems to be okay, trying to play on.
Nothing malicious, just going for the ball and just made a bit of contact and came off second best.
Anion Smith wins the header. Aragon now. Anion Smith now turns.
It's a little bit better from Casuarina here. You know, a little bit earlier in the in the shots, not trying to overcook it and overwork it.
And speaking of Yolanda Canyo, number 6 for the Rowdies, she's played that central role tonight, and she held it up quite well, Alex, tonight in terms of trying to bring players into the game. It's a good little snapshot there where she found a little pocket of space, turned, looked to have a shot. Obviously, execution let her down, but she's been getting into some good areas. You can see now, just the Rowdies are starting to force things. Anya Smith to Fulton didn't have much on it. We speak about the Rowdies, they can have as much possession as they want. It's in that transition where Hellenic can hurt you, Alex. You know, the players they've got up front.
And having possession, you've got to do something with it. You've got to take your opportunity. You've got to score the goals. Oh, slip in the back line here.
Good recovery there from number 3, Isabel Kim-Martin. Myatt now in the middle of the park, looks to release Fordham. She's got the legs here. Here she goes now. Plays the ball forward to Makrilos. Makrilos looks at keeper, comes.
Just enough from the defender there to put her off. Beautiful ball there. Just see forward, just put the afterburners on and just flew by.
Papadakis now looks to play a ball across. Tries to find Fordham, intercepted by the Rowdies. Free kick there from Martin on Anion Smith. Makrilos now in the middle of the park, finds Chalakis. Chalakis to Martin, intercepted. Rowdies in transition now. Yolanda tries to put her foot in there, but intercepted now. Paneris has it. Myatt in the middle of the park, looks to break. Spreads it out wide. Jasmine Ford. Jazz comes inside. Beats one. Plays a great ball in there to Martin. Well intercepted there, and good recovery from the Rowdies. Again, they look dangerous again, Alex.
That's right. Hellenic. Transition again. And I think, you know, Hellenic tonight have got the good old, you know, the luck of the bounce when there's some 50-50 contacts and the ball's pinging around. It always seems to come out with Hellenic.
Here's Makrilos trying to break forward, the right back. Seems to have recovered from that earlier knock.
Hellenic very high up the pitch here.
Martin now.
There it is. Gemma Martin doing what Gemma Martin does best.
If you wanted anyone on the edge of the box, ball spills out, Gemma Martin. And again, we speak about her finishing. I think that's her 22nd or 23rd of the season. Great finish there. And those ones are quite hard too to control and try to keep down. You know, it's coming across your body, Alex. First time. Yep. But again, picked her spot. Keeper had no chance.
Yeah, she positioned herself so right for it as well. Made the right run. And that's where reading the game is a huge factor.
And when we say reading the game, just being proactive.
That's right.
Alex, like proactive. Like all the good strikers around the world, they hunt everything down. They want to get to everything and so forth and try and make up for anything.
And that's what we were saying in the first half of this fixture, John, is what you do off the ball that has the biggest impact in your game. Not necessarily on the ball, it's what you do off the ball.
Krulos plays into the middle to Chalakis. Chalakis looks to spread it forward.
Hit the referee, so it'll be a drop ball as per the new rules this season. Again, it's again at the last round of the season, and players still can't grasp the rules here.
Again, Timmy's had 2 touches in the space of 30 seconds there.
Yeah, sign him up, give him a jersey.
Myatt now. Good ball in.
Bit of delayed reaction there from the Hellenic left wing and Papadakis. Got to be hungry for them second balls. Got to be chasing them in.
Anion Smith plays the ball forward, intercepted by Kilmartin. Pritchard Davies looks to play forward. Makrulos now.
And Kilmartin's having a good game in the back line for Hellenic tonight. Been a rock there, been on the spot constantly. Substitution here.
Yeah, great shift from Yolanda tonight. Again, quite isolated up front, but in terms of combining and trying to bring players into the game, she's done a job. Just
that's right.
Didn't have the support tonight, I guess.
Cheeky back heel from forward there, not coming off.
Good ball by Pritchard Davies. Pritchard Davies now. Anion Smith looks to turn in the middle of the park. Myatt looks to try and put a bit of pressure on her. Ball by Makrulos there, but just well read there by the Rowdies' defence. Fulton now in the middle of the park.
Again, Fulton seems to just want too many touches.
There is, yeah, real wed there by number 2, Lisa Bleakley there for the Rowdies. Again, we know Gemma Martin, when she gets you in good areas, she's hard in those 1v1s. You don't know which way she's going to go, and she's very, very quick. But again, well dealt there by the Rowdy defender.
Forward will try and whip this one in.
Flat. Just didn't have much pace on it.
Now, and she does like to do that. She does like to come across. She's got a mixed bag of tricks, you know, there when she does take a corner. Obviously, a ball like that, you throw in the lap, you'd expect to at least hit this spot, get it in the box.
Alex, you're a coach. You're coaching in our national training program at the moment in terms of coaching the under-13s. If you're a coach in this situation now, you're a Hellenic's coach, you're 3-0 up. Do you think the game's won? Do you think you should look to your bench and get players on? Do you get fresh legs on? Do you give players an opportunity to get some minutes? Where do you sit with that?
Well, it's different kettle of fish with the under-13s. You know, you want to give everyone a fair go and, you know, obviously change it around a lot. But
Good answer, mate. Good answer.
That's right. It's a totally different kettle of fish. But especially here, you're 3-0 down, 3-0 up. Sorry, and you're playing pretty well. Kaz have been dangerous, but yeah, you'd look to your bench. You'd look at giving a couple of people
now
some extra minutes.
Sorry, Alex. Sorry. Yep. So you give players minutes. So would you rotate the bench?
Absolutely. And the first thing I'd be doing is looking at the youth on the bench and giving them some exposure in this Women's Premier League. We've got a lot of youth in this league, and I'd definitely be giving them some exposure to it.
Yeah, good call, Alex. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Hadgett goes to his bench pretty soon.
That's right. We've got current 60 minutes, so we've got 30 minutes left, and 30 minutes is a good chunk of football. We've just seen the youngster in Papadakis come on the left-hand side. Again, she's gonna have most of the second half.
Pritchard Davies in the middle of the park, looks to break. Plays that ball forward to Aragon. Again, goalkeeper Nicoletta Hood does off her line very, very quick, which she's done all season. She reads the play so well. Opportunity now for the Rowdies. Good ball there. Fulton now holds her line. Can she square it? Oh, and again, great opportunity there.
Mate, you don't take them opportunities, then you don't win games. There was a golden opportunity there.
Again, Fulton breaking on that right-hand side, squares the ball in, and Aragon's been in some good form lately as well. I would have expected that to ripple the net, that one there.
Yeah, I think the body position was a bit off. She sort of, at the last second, turned her body towards the goal, which sort of, obviously, the ball went in that general direction as well.
Anya Smith now in the middle of the park, plays a quick ball forward to Aragon. Again, just her first touch, again, let her down.
Unfavourable bounce of the ball as well, but again, this is the difference between the two sides here. That the Rowdies, number 12, in Aragon's back pocket, rather than moving into a space to receive or generating an opportunity, maybe pull a defender away. That's the difference between the two sides here in the final third. You look at the Hellenic final third, whether it be forward, Gemma Martin or anyone else, or Myatt, if someone pulls out of their space, they're filling it or pulling someone else out.
Yeah, they'll punish you. We spoke how good that top three is. Good ball forward now. Here's an opportunity for the Rowdies. Aragon then. Again, Panera is throwing her body.
3 opportunities in the last minute for Aragon.
Wardham tries to bring that down. Aragon now in the middle. Pritchard Davies trying to thread a ball forward. Joanna McCrillis reads that one well.
No urgency to get that ball moving.
Smith now on the ball. Plays the ball forward. Intercepted by Kilmartin. Forward. McCrillis looks to play Martin forward. McCrillis looks to get it again.
Again, I'm a little bit disappointed in the Rowdies' urgency on the ball to generate options or move into a position to get the ball. You're 3-0 down. You should be fighting tooth and nail to get that ball and put it in the back of the net.
Martin rides a tackle. Just ran out of real estate there, Alex. But again, yeah, they're getting into some good positions, the Rowdies. They're creating chances. And we spoke about it before, Alex, in terms of the events that were happening in the first half. They're getting into good areas, good attacking areas. Delivery has let them down. And that urgency in and around the box to get players in numbers has really gone against them tonight.
That's right. And Myatt's had a good a good impact for Hellenic by dropping a bit deeper and feeding balls.
Martin
Even
now.
the forwards now dropped.
Here she is now on her left foot. Yeah, she's one of those players that has to be on the ball all the time, you know. And if she's got space, that's where she can hurt you as well. So we saw her having a discussion with her coach, Matt Hadjic, in terms of here she spreads it out to Makrulos now. Ball in.
And they'll come down with snow on it.
But again, looking at the Rowdy's body language at the moment, doesn't look...
It looks pretty flat, doesn't it?
It does. Ball through there. Pritchard Davis looks to spread across to Fulton. Just behind her there, and it's been the story of the night, the execution. Looks like Matt Hadjic is going to go to his bench. Again, good shift. It looks like Ellie Makrulos will be coming off. Again, great to see Ellie Makrulos back on the pitch after an injury this year. And then Anita Price coming on for her. And for the Rowdies, Anion Smith will come off. And number 5 will come on. Antoinette Sales. Ashley.
And the Hellenic number 2.
And Hellenic's number 2, Evie Paneris, who had a great shift tonight. And number 8's come on, Sophia Malboy. Again, Malboy, loads of experience.
Going straight away, Anita Price in the box for Hellenic, causing trouble.
Great ball in by Papadakis too on that.
Absolutely.
Keeper look beaten. Interesting move by the route as well. Fulton's gone onto that right wing side. Aragon gone up centrally. Pritchard Davies in the middle of the park. Playing with number 5, which is Ashley Antoinette Sales. Break now for the Rowdies. Papadakis looks to come inside. First touch, let her down. Cleaned up by Pritchard Davies. Good turn by Fulton.
Yeah, I don't think Fulton's had a great game tonight. And again, we used to seeing Fulton as a free roaming, middle of the park
That's when she's
player.
dangerous, Alex.
That's where she's staying. But she sort of seemed to have been stuck into a position tonight, and that's not her usual style of play. So I think that lack of freedom, when she was in the middle, I think Hellenic were closing her down in 2s and 3s, really putting off her game. But again, she's had a couple of opportunities, whipping a couple of balls into the box, and she'll be a little bit disappointed tonight, I think.
Yeah, she's had a frustrating night so far, so hopefully she can get an offside there for the Rowdies. That's Jubilee Weo, who's looked lively since she's come on. Again, a lot of pace.
That's right. I think she just needs to check her shoulders, look at the line. Full of energy, and that's what I think Casuarina have been missing there.
Yeah, exactly, Alex. That's what they've lacked this game. So hopefully she gives them a bit of a spark. Ball forward now. Free kick to the Rowdies, just on halfway. Ball played forward to Fulton.
Forces the throw in.
Well read there by Chalakis, intercepts, throw into the Rowdies.
I think that's something that's underrated in football, John, is just knowing not to tackle, just to know exactly where to put the pressure on. To obviously, especially on the defender, to put the pressure on, just to win the free kick or win the throw in and force them to play it wide.
Goal kick to Hellenic. They'll look to slow proceedings down. Cruising at the moment at 3-0. In terms of saves, Nicoletta hasn't really had much to do, Alex, tonight. Would you agree?
A bit more busier in the second half of the game. First half was pretty quiet for her, wasn't it? Not much to do. But Aragon's come in this second half and forced her to do some work.
Obviously deployed in a more central role in the second half, and she's creating a few problems there for the Hellenic defence. Pritchard Davies now. Ball forward. Pritchard Davies again looks to spread it wide. Well read by Makrilos. Intercepts. Now Martin. This is where they're dangerous, Alex.
Right here, the pace of forward.
Forward. Still going.
And how hard is that, John, on a defender, on a left back there, when you know you've got a 15-metre head start and you know it's not enough against a player like forward where she's going to still beat you to that ball, and you know it as well, but you've still got to give everything you've got to get there.
And again, Alex, very, very important that obviously, you know, in terms of the coaching staff, if they can see a footballing problem and they can identify it early on the piece, that could A, be stopped, or again, you know, does my centre back come and cover me and support me every time I've got a 1v1 situation with a certain player?
That's right.
And at the moment, no one's supporting it. The defenders are too stretched at the moment, and the way Hellenic are playing, they're playing with 3 or 4 up front, especially when they break, and that's what's creating that 1v1.
And obviously, it's hard during the game to actually get their messages across and get them tasks across as a coach.
Jubilee Ware looks in a good position, trying to use her pace, but again, well read by Kilmartin. She's been solid at the back tonight, Alex.
Absolutely.
Her and Lisa Makrilos have just marshalled that defence. Again, Kilmartin intercepts.
Again, I think Kilmartin's got my vote for one of the best players for Hellenic tonight. You know, the Hellenic back four have just not allowed anything from Casuarina to penetrate, really. Okay, we've had some fantastic goals at the opposite end, but it's the shift that back four are putting in to keep the clean sheet the way it is currently.
Obviously, we've still got 18 minutes to go, and you know, we always talk about scoring 3 goals, but how important is a clean sheet as well, Alex?
Especially going into finals. Knowing that you didn't concede any. Look, if you concede a wonder goal and it's top bin, you just take your hat off and go, yeah, agreed. But if you concede a sloppy goal and you lose your clean sheet.
Pritchard Davies now, good opportunity again.
Great goalkeeping there.
Nicoletta Hoodas off her line again. Hasn't put a foot wrong tonight. Papadakis now.
Here we go.
Left hand side. Plays the ball forward to Martin. Great combination play between Martin and Price now. Can she keep it in? Swings the left boot on it. Again, just ran out of real estate there.
I think it was a touch of offside there, I think. But again, keeping a clean sheet, I think it will be Hellenic's main priority now. It'll be interesting to see if Forward and Gemma Martin play the entire game. If something changes there.
I'm presuming Myatt will probably see out the game. She missed last week's game, so it looks like she might play a full game tonight.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't if I was the gaffer, I don't think I'd touch her. I think I spin it. She's had a great impact in this second half in the middle of the park. Really held it together and distributed the ball well as well. Bit of a lull in the game here now, John.
And again, you know, Hellenic 3-0 up, and you've still got the goalkeeper. You got Nicoletta still barking out instructions, still talking to her back four and her players, and you know we're talking about premiership. That's what premiership teams are all made of, you know.
That's it. Not 1 second. You can't switch off for 1 second. We've seen teams with bigger leads be punished for switching off and taking something for granted. I know it takes mere seconds to score a goal. There's plenty of them seconds left on the board.
Price now looks to turn.
Again, there must be magnets on that side of the field at the moment, John. The ball's just stuck in there.
Pritchard Davies, Myatt now.
Maya with the strike to make it 4.
Again, great strike. Obviously on her preferred right foot. Ball was bouncing. Took the volley on. I think the keeper, to be fair, I think there was pretty blindsided with all the traffic she had in front of her, but take nothing away from the finish. Great finish by Myatt, and
she'll be a bit disappointed there, the goalkeeper, with that, not getting a hand to it.
Hellenic 4-0 and they're cruising. Looks like a substitution for the Rowdies. Off comes number 12, which is Jade Roberts, and on comes number 16, Phoebe Lamboa.
Opportunity.
Fulton now in the middle of the park. Looks to try and get things going for the Routers, which has been a pretty disappointing night for them so far.
That's right. It's a pretty tough scoreline to be going into finals in. You know, coming off a 4-0 loss, going into finals it's a pretty demoralising score.
But again, with Ricky's experience as well, I'm sure these girls will be up for it as of next week in terms of, you know, we know finals football is different, Alex. Once they cross that line, finals football, it's...
Yeah, that's right. And obviously, final football is a totally different breed. Anything can happen.
There's a substitution now. Gemma Martin's come off. Great night for her on the score sheet once again. Earns a well-deserved rest. And on for her is number 17, Noriko Ogo. Ogo now on the ball. Looks to hold it up. Pritchard Davies looks to flick it on. Makrilos now looks for Fordham. Just again, Ford, when she gets into those areas, just at that delivery again, she deserves a hat trick, to be honest, tonight.
That's it. She's on
tonight.
She's on 2. It's 4-0. It's forward with 2. 1 for Jam and Martin and 1 for Myatt.
Forward on the ball again. Comes inside. Beautiful ball in. Price. Again, her non-preferred foot. Again,
she did well.
Yeah, great to generate a bit of space there and get a shot off.
No room to operate, but she still took a touch and it had a crack.
Kilmartin first to the ball. Plays a great ball in forward again. Great ball in. Papadakis now. Malboy to Myatt. Fulton robs the ball from her. Malboy comes back to mop up. Lisa McCullough.
Surprised Casuarina didn't let that go out for a throw there. You know, just regroup a little bit, get some structure.
10 minutes to go. So with the Rowdies 4-0 down, Alex, you know, finals football just around the corner. What's the message? What's your training session on Tuesday going to be like, especially for the Rowdies?
Tuesday session, it's got to be fun. It's got to be plenty of laughter, plenty of team bonding, and just get that team connection again. Obviously, you can. My opportunity here. Off by a country mile there.
Again, great finish, but just couldn't hold her line.
That's right. But yeah, Tuesday session for Casuarina, it's got to be, you got to click as a team after a 4-0. If it stays at 4-0, I say, if you're going off a loss, you can point a lot of things at people, and you just need to get the team back on track. Get what Casuarina, the team's all about. You know, they've had a bit in the last 5 or 6 games. They've had a mixed bag of results, a couple of draws, a couple of losses, a few wins. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag.
So substitution, while you were talking, Alex, there was a substitution for the Rowdies. Off came number 10, which was Audrey Suarez, who had a tough night at left back tonight against an in-forward Jasmine Ford. And on comes number 14, Promosia Visset. Looks like Aragon's been deployed in that left back, so he's played a few positions tonight, young Aragon.
That's right. I think Aragon and Anion Smith have been the 2 key players for Casuarina tonight. I think Aragon will be kicking herself that she didn't put that opportunity in the back of the net earlier on. So John, Hellenic going in to finals potentially with a win under the belt here and a big win at that. Can you be riding too high going into finals? Especially we've seen it in past history that anything can happen. Can you fly too high on confidence going into finals?
100%, Alex. And I've always said, you know, when we talk about finals is, you know, on any given day, you don't turn up on finals, you could lose that game, no matter if you finish first, if you finish. So winning the league doesn't mean, again, obviously I love winning the league more than anything because it shows you consistency throughout the year. Again, we play a final system here in Australia, which is great for the fans and it's great for the neutrals and so forth. But look, I always love the underdog tag in a final. I've always loved it because, you know, on the day, as we spoke about before, on the day, you know, you could get a red card, you could get an injury and so forth, and things just change. So
that's right.
I don't really look too much into, you know, teams before and so forth. I just, you know, day that comes into the final. Now, again, in terms of how do you handle a group, a team that's just won a premiership, just come off so far a 4-0 win, obviously confidence would be high. But again, keeping them humble and keeping them grounded would be key for Matt Hadjic this week. Keep them grounded. They haven't won anything yet. Obviously, they'll go straight into a semi. But, yeah, my message would be, hey, still got 2 games to go. And until you win those 2 games,
that's it.
Can happen.
That's right. The worst thing you can do is underestimate an opponent, especially in finals.
And that's why I love underdogs, because there's no pressure on the underdogs. You know, if you're not favourites, There's no pressure.
Minimal expectations.
Exactly right. Whereas, you know, premiers, champions have to win. So, great ball. But again, in terms of the squad that Matt Hadjic has to his disposal, you know, obviously it's going to be pretty lively at training because everyone wants to be in that starting 11 come finals time.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
Good break now from the Rowdies.
See how many bribes the gaffer gets in the weeks of boxes of chocolates and whatnot.
And Matt Hadjic's been pretty clever tonight. He's obviously given some young girls a bit of game time. And we've always spoke about it in the past, Alex. Your starting 11 doesn't win you a grand final. Your squad wins you a grand final. And when you can call on players, you know, that give you, you know, you're giving them 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever it is.
Yep.
And you're giving them game time so they've still got that match fitness, that match sharpness. That's when they're going to be, you know, they're going to be using very good opportunities and great positions. So they're in the driving seat, put it that way.
That's right, and like Pep Guardiola says, you start you superstar starting 11 week in, week out. The players you do the minimum work with, the players that you do the work with are the ones on the bench or the ones that are breaking in the team. Again, great defensive work from Hellenic still.
Malboy now looks to play ball forward. Straight to Hoffman. Hoffman will look to play forward now. Intercepted by Makrilos. That's Lisa Makrilos.
Yeah.
Fulton now.
That's it. Papadakis just dropping there and filling in that left back role. Seeing there was a huge gap and filled it pretty well.
Price now turns, plays that ball into Ogo. Well intercepted by Aragon there. Fulton in the middle of the park to Pritchard Davies. Makrilos will come. Still Makrilos. Fulton looks to play a forward pass. Opportunity now for the Rowdies. Lisa Makrilos is down now. Hopefully it's not too serious. But again, good break there from Casuarina, but we spoke about it. We've spoken it numerous times tonight, Alex. You know, they're getting into good positions. They're creating some stuff. Just that final ball, final decision has let them down tonight. And again, it's something that can... Obviously, I'm probably thinking Ricky will probably will be on the training pitch trying to work on during the week.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, they've not looked too bad in the back. Let's be honest. Obviously, a penalty. Obviously, probably work in the week, maybe dealing with some pace, you know, and then definitely the transition from the midfield to the final third. Yeah, you'd definitely be working that on the week, running some drills and getting your agility sticks out and 5 different coloured cone system and having a crack at it.
Opportunity now. Fulton plays the ball forward.
Beautiful
Richard
ball.
Davies in a bit of space again. Ball comes out now. Myatt looks to put a tackle in. Ogo plays it forward. Aragon first to it. Jasmine forward plays it to Myatt. Myatt breaks. Aragon well read and intercepts quite well. Kilmartin will go back to a goalkeeper, Nicoletta Hudas, who will clear.
Again, referee's playing a bit of advantage there for the late hit by Aragon.
Krilos looked to play this one forward. Plays it straight to Myatt. Myatt plays a beautiful ball in. Just Papadakis caught on her heels there. Just didn't anticipate that that ball coming through. But
You're obviously a young player. Will have to have obviously very, very young, so plenty more to learn. Again, she could have had a couple of opportunities, Papadakis, in the second half if she just backed herself to go for it, pick up the second balls, or just keep running your line, because this game, Hellenic have had the luck of the bounce. It'll be pinging around, but it will just fall out to a Hellenic player, and it can happen in games.
Pritchard Davies, great tackle there by Myatt. And again, bit of cramp there for Pritchard Davies. Good sportsmanship with Myatt there.
That's right. That's it. The referee calls it 4-0 to Hellenic over Casuarina tonight. Pretty resounding win, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, look, the champions showed their class tonight. Again, we're talking about that front three. They're going into the semis with a lot of confidence.
That's right.
Again, it's not all doom and gloom for the Rowdies though. I think you know they had some opportunities there tonight. Just again, final delivery in terms of getting players into the box was what let them down tonight. And again, the midfield line and their forward line were distances apart in terms of link-up play. And certain players obviously didn't have a good night in terms of their key players. But again, we spoke about it, Alex. Finals next week. I'm looking forward to that, and it's anyone's game.
Yep, that's it, man. It's it. Neither team had a fantastic game, but Hellenic walk away with a 4-0 win in tonight's Women's Premier League. So we're pretty happy with that. Good finish.
Yeah, again, great finish. Again, Matt Hadjic will be very, very happy. Ricky Fulton, again, he'll be reassembling his squad, trying to get the confidence back into his squad. He's obviously there's a more important game next week. We spoke of the importance about the game this week, but again, looking forward to finals next week and finals football, mate.
That's
anyone's game.
Let's see what happens in finals footballs now. Thank you for watching this. This has been Hellenic versus Casuarina Women's Premier League. Hellenic finished 4-0.
On the left-hand side. She's normally good in these positions now.
Three Rowdies players there just sort of jogging into the box where really you want them.
The line tries to cross. Gemma trying to use her pace. Still got the ball, Gemma Martin there. Still Hellenic. Yeah.
Beautiful ball from Fulton.
Great
there.
ball.
Early opportunity.
Speak about Jasmine Ford. She's one of those players that's very dynamic. She goes up. Good turn in the middle of the park.
Kazakhstan still on the ball
now.
here.
Martin now. It's the post. To Pritchard Davies. Pritchard Davies across. Strike. Hoffman now. Onion Smith now turns. She's got
table. I can only mention Brisbane Broncos, Adelaide Crows, Sydney Swifts, and a few others I could mention who haven't adjusted to COVID. So Maddie and your Georgia, well done. It's been a difficult year and congratulations to you. George, I'll get you to come up please, mate, and just mention each player's name. Gemma, sorry. Did I say? No, George is actually who I wanted. So, okay, cool. Gemma, you'll do. You scored 385 goals. So, been a good year, clearly, but a great bunch of girls to play with.
Yeah, they're a great bunch. I wouldn't change it for the world.
So let's just announce each one.
Alright, Nori. Jojo. Jazz. Anita. Mickey. Lisa. Mosca. Evie. Ellie. Daff. Sophie. Leo. Isabel. Bree.
And Gemma. Maddie, I'll get you to come up. Grab your medal. First of all, thank you on behalf of football for coaching the women's team and Georgia as well. So, been enjoyable and obviously a rewarding year.
Lovely. I wouldn't change it for the world, what Gemma said.
You guys practice this. Listen, I'll get you to grab the left-hand side of this. Gemma, can you grab the other side of that? Maddie Hadji, Gemma, go back to your team. On 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the premiers of Hellenic Athletic.
Now.
3 Rowdies players, they're just sort of jogging into the box where really you want them.
The line tries to cross. Gemma trying to use her pace. Still got the ball, Gemma Martin there. Still Hellenic. Yeah.
Beautiful ball from Fulton
Great
there.
ball.
Early opportunity.
Speak about Jasmine Ford. She's one of those players that's very dynamic. She goes up. Good turn in the middle of the park.
Okay, so still on the ball
now.
here.
Martin now. Hits the post. To Pritchard Davies. Pritchard Davies across. Strike. Hoffman now. Onion Smith now. Turns. She's got the legs here. Here she goes now. Plays the ball forward to McCrillos. McCrillos looks at it. Keeper comes. Martin now. Good ball in. Good ball there. Fulton now. Holds her line. Can she square it? Oh, good ball forward to Aragon. Again,
Leading balls.
Martin
Even
now.
forwards now dropped.
Here she is now on her left foot. Forward. Still going. Pritchard Davies. Myatt now. Comes inside. Beautiful ball in. Price. Mozia Visset.